or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour. I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
And we are actually in the Bachelor Mansion today with one of our favorite people, Trista Sutter. First Bachelor. I forget that you're the first Bachelorette ever.
Ever. Wow. I'm old.
How did you feel? How did you feel about Joan? You think she did well?
I think she did amazing.
Did you?
I mean, please tell me that you agree.
No, yeah, I think she did a great job.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love her. Love her. We talked, I went on the show and gave her some advice and we stayed in touch.
Yeah.
What was that advice? What was the one thing you said to her that you thought stuck?
So, I don't know that it stuck, but the one piece of advice that she was going into fantasy suites. And, if you watch the show, everyone out there, you know that she had a hard time thinking about the fantasy suites. She didn't want to be intimate with more than one person or before she chose her final guy, right?
Yeah.
Or they chose each other. And so my advice was just to do what she felt was right for her, right? Sorry, screw the producers, screw the show, do what's right for her. And also, in my my season, what happened on The Bachelor was I was the runner-up. I hate using that term, but
it's what you were.
It's what I was essentially.
Runner-up.
And 2 days before the final,
we need to think of new terminology, by the way, for the placing of how everything falls in line.
Agreed.
We need to think of specialty terminology for The Bachelor because we use this lingo that just doesn't feel like a fit.
I usually number it. Like you were second.
I was second. Yeah, I was number 2. Yeah. But I don't want to be number 2 either. So I get to The Bachelorette and I'm having all these feelings for Ryan, but because of what happened to me on The Bachelor, I didn't want to give into it.
Right.
So he was professing his love, giving me letters and writing that he loved me and all of these things. Mm-hmm. But I didn't give him anything. And to this day, I do regret it that I didn't give him any reciprocation. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like fantasy suites now is just kind of, it's part of the show.
Yeah.
And it's normalized as it should be.
Yeah.
But for your season, was there a stigma around, especially a woman, going to the fantasy suites or a woman bringing 3 guys into the fantasy suites?
Yeah.
Yes. So, I had a stigma on me, not just fantasy suites, the entire season.
Why?
Like a cloud over my head from the get-go when I was announced because it was a woman and 25 guys.
Yeah.
So literally I was called every name in the book, I feel like, in the press. They were like, she's going to look like a slut. She's, all the things, right? And
that's crazy. Just to think,
crazy.
In print, there would be
100%.
Trista Sutter.
Slut.
Trista Wren. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, it's all good. But yes, at that point in time, I was called everything. So there was a stigma on me before I even started the show.
Wow.
And so going into it, I mean, there was a moment where Jamie Blythe, who, if you watch the show or don't remember, he's the guy who literally he smiles and it's like he's a toothpaste commercial where it's like, ding,
I actually could picture him.
And you might know him. He's from Chicago. You're from Chicago, right?
I'm from Chicago, but I know who he is. He's got blondish hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He played basketball.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're on this group date and he asked if he could kiss me. And this is probably the 3rd day in or something. People kiss everybody the first night these days, right? And
you hadn't kissed anyone yet.
I hadn't kissed anyone yet.
Okay.
And
so
he
things
was
were moving slower than they do now.
Very, very, very slow.
But you also probably had the public's judgment of you in the back of your mind when you're making these decisions about intimacy and sex.
Thank you. Exactly. So he asked if he could kiss me. And I was like, oh, maybe on the cheek.
And now she's a prude. She's a prude.
exactly right.
No, she's still, they're still calling her a slut.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
dare you
Even though
touch
I was
her?
filming. But no, so I had it in the back of my mind about the fantasy suites. I totally understand where Joan's coming from. I mean, the fact of the matter is she has an entire family, grown children, grandchildren who are going to be watching this show. And as opposed to like when you're young, you're going on the show and you're thinking about your parents and your grandparents watching, she has grandchildren watching. So I feel like I totally respect that she was trying to be more conservative and honor the people who had told her prior, like, this is going to be scary watching you, and that she should go her own path because it worked out.
Yeah. She
right?
did. She did.
Exactly.
Okay, so your season of The Bachelorette was how many years ago?
I'm like, I don't know. So we filmed in 2002, February 2002, I think it's.
Okay, so almost 20 something years.
So we celebrated our 21st wedding anniversary about a week ago.
Wow.
Okay.
What did you do for it?
Nothing. I'm like, what did we do? I think, we went to lunch in this cute little town called Littleton, like downtown, and then just walked around and shopped.
Nice.
But I think we had a hockey game. We did. We went to a hockey game. We watched our son play hockey.
Nice.
Nowhere else we'd want to be in the world besides watching our daughter dance.
Right.
Okay, so was that the last time you were on reality TV?
No. So I went on and did Dancing with the Stars.
You did okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
First season of Dancing with the Stars. There were 6 of us.
It was the first season ever?
First season ever. I was the very first one ever kicked off the show.
No.
Wow. So you were
Really?
you're the first season of Dancing with the Stars as well?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So how has it changed since then?
Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah. Other than,
so
obviously so
much.
many more people, more budget,
so much.
more everything.
Budget.
Who was on your season?
Rachel Hunter, like supermodel.
Okay.
Joey McIntyre.
Yes, New Kid on the Block.
Evander Holyfield. Listen, I was a dancer, okay?
Yeah.
I danced for the Miami Heat. Was I a ballroom dancer? No. But I was a dancer, okay?
Yeah.
And Evander Holyfield beat me in a dancing competition.
Wow. Wow. He's a boxer.
Okay.
Who else? Seinfeld, Kelly Monaco, who's soap opera, and then John O'Hurley. I was like, what's the last name? John O'Hurley. He was Seinfeld's like, what's the character?
Newman?
Yeah, no, not Newman. He's tall, gray hair.
I mean, I've seen every episode of Seinfeld.
Catalog. He had the catalog on Seinfeld.
Why this is driving me crazy.
Like, if you should know anything
I've
of
seen every
this.
Jay Peterman. Okay,
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank
Good
you.
job,
There you go.
Easton, coming out with the win.
Jay Peterman.
Jay Peterman.
Wow.
So it was 6 of us. So even though I was the first one kicked off, I got to 6th place.
Yeah,
There you go. You made it further than a lot of people do.
I came in 5th or 6th, one of them.
Okay, we tied. No,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys tied.
Yeah. Well, you were probably much better than I was. I was like the worst that's ever done the show.
I don't think that's true.
So then, so now we see the trailer comes out for Special Forces. It's rumored to be like one of the most intense reality shows or shows out there. How'd you make the decision to do it?
At first, I was like, you've got to be kidding.
Yeah.
No way I'm doing that. Do you know my husband?
Yeah.
He's a firefighter.
Here's Ryan
and is
Sider.
ready to go.
Exactly. He wanted to be in the military. He's colorblind, like couldn't do it. Anyway, he would be perfect for the show. I'm like, really? At that point in time, I was 51 years old. I'm a stay-at-home and work mom, but I just thought, you're crazy. Why would you want me? I did it kind of for that reason. So I've been a stay-at-home and work mom for almost 18 years, and I have poured myself into my children and my family life. And I kind of wanted to get back to me, because when you become a mom, it's all about your kids and your family for a lot of women, I feel like. And that was me. I just felt like I'm anticipating what it's going to feel like when my kids go away, and it breaks my heart. And I don't know who I'm going to be when they're gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I want to do with my life besides just hang out with Ryan, So.
Wow, you put a lot of thought into this.
Oh, I could go on.
It's a big decision.
On. I feel like I just wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to show myself that I can do hard things, that I wanted to meet new people. I feel like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to really learn about what the military goes through and gain even more respect. I mean, I already have respect for them, but gain even more respect for who they are and what they do for all of us. So I'm really thankful that they asked me. I'm grateful for the opportunity, but yeah, at first I was like, hell no.
Okay, so did you and your family like sit down once you said, okay, I'm going to do this? Did you sit down and watch?
So I watched all the time, and yes, the kids would walk in and be like, "What are you watching?" And I'd be like, "I might be doing that one day."
Yeah,
one day very soon.
Yeah,
they actually like. Being that they're teenagers, it's different if they were little, but they're teenagers and I'm sure they'll watch the show with their friends. Like Max's hockey buddies, I'm sure are going to be like,
oh, it's got to be awesome.
Holy crap. Yeah. What is your mom doing? Or just laugh at me along. I'm going to be laughing at myself. Let's be honest.
Did you feel any pressure about the fact that anyone from Bachelor Nation that's done it up until this point has made it all the way to the end?
Hell yes.
Massive amount of pressure. It's harsh, but it's reality.
I totally agree.
Are you aware that everyone's been really good?
Well, she's definitely aware. It's not like I'm telling her something she didn't already know.
No,
true, I knew going into it. And yes, there is pressure.
Hannah Brown,
killed it.
Tyler Cameron, and Nick Vial are the three people have done it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then me and Allie are on this season coming up. And so, yes, there's a lot of pressure, I feel like. But I feel like it's similar in a way to what everyone thinks is pressure coming when it comes to me and Ryan staying married. So a lot of people are like, do you feel pressure to stay married? I'm like, no, because we're happy and we're married and we're going to work it out and we're committed. That's what marriage is about, right?
Yes.
We didn't just get married because it was on television,
right?
And you've been married for a long time.
Yeah,
it's so crazy for people. Like even if you got divorced now, at this point, you still had a successful marriage.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, hopefully that's not going to happen. But yes, I feel like it's been successful. I mean, we've, marriage ups and downs. We've had them.
This podcast is with citrus, tropical fruit.
Up for the holidays in Abercrombie's. Going into the holiday season, Joe.
Iconic pink box. In 2007, Kitchen concept invites you to witness our talented bakers whip up delectable treats right before your eyes, adding an extra layer of excitement to your visit. And with the convenient options for delivery and pickup available, enjoying Crumble has never been easier. Perfect for family gatherings or simply treating yourself, Crumble's amazing desserts turn every moment into a delightful celebration. Visit your nearest Crumble today. Explore the delicious options on the Crumble app and experience dessert like never before.
There's a group chat with all the former bachelorettes, right?
Yes.
Was that going off when you and Allie got cast for the show?
It has there's kind of a lull in our group chat.
There's got to be, let's be real, there's got to be a lot of people in that at that point. I think it's fun when there's like 6 to 10 girlies where you're like, we are a group of bachelorettes. Now there's like 20 something.
Yeah, you're right.
Generational differences.
Totally. 100.
Groups within the groups.
Yes.
Right?
Agreed. Maybe when the show comes on, we'll light it back up. But no, I don't recall that we have actually chatted about it in the
But
in
you
the
did chat
thread.
with Hannah Brown, you said.
I did call her beforehand, and I know Allie did too.
Okay.
Wait, did you and Allie speak?
We didn't know.
You didn't know each other?
Until you got there.
Until we got there.
Okay.
And
I'm assuming you guys have met before.
So if you follow Allie on Instagram at that time, she was working out like a fiend.
Okay.
Fiend. And once I found out that I was doing the show, it clicked. I was like, I bet. I couldn't confirm it with anyone because I couldn't write her. And I could, but I probably, whatever. I'm a rule follower.
No, me too.
So
and you're probably even thinking even it's like an unspoken rule and just etiquette that you wait.
Yes.
I get it.
So, but I had a feeling. And there was one day that she was working out. She hired a boxing trainer. and she was working out with her trainer, and she had the boots on that they sent to all of us. And I was like, oh, she's totally doing
yeah, there
that.
you go.
Did you do any like physical training when you found out you were going?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You started hitting the gym.
I ran more. Hannah's advice was to run with a backpack.
Oh,
and
interesting.
My husband has like a
like
military,
the weighted, weighted.
He has a weighted vest, so I did that. But I also ran with a backpack. The weighted vest is more like dispersed front and back.
Yeah,
the backpack is all back. And on the show, we had to fill our packs with. We had to have, I think it was 35 pounds, is what it correlated to.
They don't like
in
change
sand.
the weight per person.
No.
Like Joe and I are carrying the same weighted backpack.
So Cam Newton and I are carrying the same weight in a
That's
backpack.
interesting.
That's
I would think they
wild
would.
to me. You think they would do like a little more proportional?
You would think. But I think that the reason that they don't is because in the military, they don't.
Right. That
you
would
know what
make
I mean?
sense. Yeah.
But you're not really joining the military. So it's like they could just be like, oh, yeah.
True story. It is a reality show. They could, but they don't.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Oh,
Yeah.
that's intense.
Anything you could tease about it? Is there anything else?
I mean, the tease is just to watch the trailer. Like, go find the trailer.
We did.
The
We all watched it on the way here.
The trailer's intense.
Yeah.
The trailer is intense.
The trailer is intense, and they're putting out more trailers.
Okay.
And every time they come out, I'm like, oh, I did that, you know?
Going into it, what was the thing that you were the most scared of?
Being buried alive.
Okay.
I would not like that. That's one thing.
Right?
I'd have an issue with that.
You'd have an issue with a lot of things.
Yeah. Being buried alive for sure. I actually had a big, huge fear of water before I went on the show.
Are you a swimmer?
I used to be a swimmer growing up. Like we talked about this. I taught swimming lessons too. I was a lifeguard for years.
Yeah.
Was on the swim team and went to Hawaii. I think I was a freshman or a sophomore in high school. And with my family, had never been snorkeling. I'm on the boat with like the guy who drove it. I guess he's a captain. And I'm telling him how scared I am to get in the water because I didn't like swimming with fish, right?
Right.
And that's what snorkeling is about. Like you want to go see the fish, right? So he's like, oh, you'll be fine. Just get in. And I get in and he proceeds to throw a handful of fish food on my head.
What a jerk.
Jerk.
Oh
like the
gosh.
biggest jerk on the planet. Like I get in the
like
water.
0 stars on Yelp. Screw you.
0 stars. 0. You get a big -5. So all of these, and we're in clear water. You know, it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
Black fish surrounding me everywhere. I can see them coming for me. Like it was traumatizing.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've been traumatized by water, open water especially. And that's what this season is about.
Well, and swimming in open water is so different. Like I have friends that are strong, confident swimmers, but like I've taken them naively of me out and to go for a swim and like I'm like, let's go do some laps like in open water. And it's like significantly different and more challenging. And swimming's one of those things, like if you don't exercise that muscle, like it is like riding a bike, but it's not. Like you kind of have to work your way back into it.
Yeah. And you have all your clothes on.
Oh,
you know, it's not like you have a swimsuit on and no shoes.
No, they're not putting you in like wetsuits and flippers.
Heck no. No.
My last special forces question, and then we'll move on. Was there any benefit from doing a show like The Bachelor or Bachelorette that helped you filming this show?
Good question. I think so. Just being around the cameras.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people on this season who were Olympic athletes who'd never been, around cameras and having to think about that.
Jinx.
So yeah, I feel like the cameras.
Just like being able to desensitize to them really quickly. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And like the interviews and stuff like that. But you didn't do a lot of interviews, but the interview we did prior,
probably a lot easier than you just know how it works.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, should we talk about why we're here today? So we're here tonight at the Bachelor Mansion. We're celebrating the holidays with iHeart. What are your plans for the holidays, Trista?
Before you talk, Trista. This is our second year in a row at the Bachelor Mansion. I've now
with
been
Trista.
With Trista, I've now been to the Bachelor Mansion more after years of being off the show than I was when I was actually on the show.
Yeah, and I actually never came here because we didn't film my season here.
Yeah.
We filmed at Nemacolin. So last year was the first time I'd ever been to the Bachelor Mansion. This is my second time here.
Wow.
Whose season were you on?
Matt James.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were a COVID season.
Yes.
So last year was the first time I'd ever come in here. It's weird because it's not furnished or like set up by the art team right now. So it looks completely different.
Completely different.
What are you doing for the holidays? It's
So
coming up.
as you know, my husband's a firefighter. He's working
does he
around
always
the
work?
holidays. So we'll be at home. We live in Denver now. We moved last year.
Oh yeah. Is that where Ben and his wife
no,
are? Jess?
they're just outside of Denver.
Okay.
But yes, very close. So happy for them and their new
I
baby
know.
girl hopefully soon. Anyway, so
She's ready to pop.
she looks like she is. Andy Dorfman is who is ready to pop right now.
Wow.
She
Oh my
literally
gosh.
is past her due date.
Really?
Yes. Oh yeah, I know.
No
Past her due
way.
date. I know. So we're just gonna hang in Denver, have a
Nice.
chill family, quality time, and then maybe go up to Vail to ski. We miss our community, our friends, the mountains. So
Do you have a Christmas movie that you watch every year?
I love Elf.
Yeah,
We don't.
great.
We're not
Classic.
like the traditional like. I was just talking to Nora, who did my makeup, and I'm like, okay, what are your like traditions that you love? And she's like, we open presents like they get dressed up like to the nines. I guess it's
Oh,
like a
like
European
fancy?
thing. Yes, like
Oh, really?
suits for the men, and on
Oh my
Christmas
gosh.
Eve.
She's really
And
making us
then-
look like trash in her jammies.
I
Isn't
know.
she?
I'm all about jammies.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan calls me pajama mama. So I'm always in my jammies. But we will. She does like a fancy one, and then on Christmas Day, like they just watch Christmas movies, and we don't really do that.
Yeah.
We'll put them on,
Yeah.
but
You don't
know.
really sit and actually watch.
No.
I
We'll
like
do
to
that
have-
sometimes
yeah.
too, though. We'll like throw them in the background while we're like doing things.
Totally.
Yeah.
Just to
We-
have the vibes.
Serena didn't get me anything for Christmas. I already
That is
got
not
gifts.
true.
Stop it.
Joe can never wait until my birthday, until Christmas to give the gift. So he gave me half my gift.
Did you
So
But
what-
there was a good
okay,
reason this year.
So for
Kind of.
our listeners, we are traveling starting as of yesterday, and we're not going back home until January 8th.
Oh.
So we have to pack so much as it is. I can't.
I get it.
So I gave her Christmas presents early, and I have more Christmas presents
get
in
it.
Chicago
Yes.
for her.
And
I didn't get
Where are you
anything.
going?
I
Number
didn't
one
get
question.
anything.
We're going to Chicago.
Okay,
So-
amazing.
Yes.
Number two question: what did you get her that you already gave her?
I got her a Viore hoodie that she wanted, an oversized
yes.
hoodie, and then I
Love
got
that.
her a
It's
quarter
really
zip,
cozy.
Love.
a teal quarter zip. They're both sold out, by the way.
Oh,
And,
because you got them for Serena.
And because I have great fashion sense, and
Yes, of course you do.
I know that they were going to be.
You know it's popular.
Yeah. And then I got her, like these gray.
I wanted
really
like
cool.
some cozy, but like nice. I feel like
Yes.
all my loungewear is like either I can't wear it out in public or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I've been wearing it out in public for 10 years and
Totally.
I should probably throw it away.
And then I got her a coffee mug that said, "You're my Blair to Serena," to my
No.
Serena. Or something.
He goes, see, it says your name on it.
Yeah.
And he was like, you watched that show, Gossip Girl, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that
It's Gossip
Teenage
Girl.
Witch? Or
Yeah.
no, it's
Gossip Girl.
Gossip
Girl.
Girl. That's
But like
cute.
he asked me a week ago, he goes, have you ever seen Gossip Girl before? And I was like, yeah, I watched it. And he was like, great, thank God, because I'm getting to this one.
Yeah. Wow.
But I
I'm
did
sorry.
get you a Christmas gift, and I'm waiting till Christmas to give it to you, believe it or not.
Did you
Wow.
bring it?
Yes, I
Okay.
have it. Well, and I shipped some things to his parents' house,
Got it.
so we'll get it in Chicago.
Got it.
Okay. That's it, Trista.
Damn
That's
it! I
all we
want
need
to
from you.
talk.
That's all we need. That's all we need from you today.
Whatever, don't
That's
cut
all we
me
need.
off.
Thank you so much, though, for taking the time. We are going to hang out more. And Trista, before we let you go, anything you want to plug?
Sure.
Plug away.
Of course, we talked about Special Forces. So for everyone out there, watch season 3 on Fox on January 8th.
Can you stream it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then Almost Famous OGs, my podcast with iHeart.
Yes,
So, yeah.
tune in.
And to all our listeners, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Bachelor Happy Hour. We appreciate it. Make sure you download and subscribe.
Thanks so much for listening. Happy holidays. Bye.
Bye.
I can't wait to get dressed up for the holidays in Abercrombie's new party looks. There's nothing more motivating to make plans when it's cold out than a hot outfit. I'm someone who goes crazy for sparkles and sequins and getting compliments on my look. I love a little sequin skirt and sweater for drinks with the girls or a date night or a full-on sequin dress for New Year's Eve. Abercrombie has tons of going out options from satin tops to midi dresses. And their viral skirt, the Scarlet, comes in lots of festive fabrics and colors. Fair warning, you will be obsessed with it. There's no mistaking the outfit vibe this season. Make a night of it. Shop Abercrombie's newest party looks online